What happened to the funeral attire you had on a couple days ago here, Schmitty?
Griffey, it's gone. I buried it already. That's not, that Tyler long gone. You won't see him anymore. He's gone, Griffey. That I don't know who that man is. See ya.
Dad, what were your reactions to the game here?
Well, I can be pretty euphoric with Schmitty for a little bit here, and then you're going to see Jekyll and Hyde a little bit here tonight. So I'm gonna maintain a very calm and cool demeanor until I don't. But I'm very happy to be wrong. I predicted that if Malik Willis started this game, we would not be able to pull the rabbit out of the hat 2 weeks in a row. I want to give him full credit. The guy has done an unbelievable job. Coach LaFleur's done an unbelievable job coaching him up. All the kudos possible in the whole wide world. And what a classy young man. Had all the reason in the world to just gloat all over Tennessee, and he didn't do it, didn't take a bite, said every win's the same. I appreciate what Tennessee did for me, gave me a chance. I wasn't ready there, and I'm just getting ready for my next opportunity. The guys in the locker room obviously love the guy. I mean, they play their rear ends off for him. So this is where maybe Jekyll comes out a little bit here now. Okay, Jordan Love, you gave this guy a chance. Brett Favre never gave the other guy a chance. Aaron Rodgers didn't give the other guy a chance. Okay, I'm going to get started a little bit here now. Do we have to talk about Brett Favre's record of playing hurt? No, we don't have to say a word about that. We could get into Bart Starr. We don't have to do that. Aaron Rodgers, whatever you want to say about Aaron Rodgers. 5-6 years ago, he gets a knee injury in the first half against the Bears in the opener. He doesn't come back 2, 3, 4 weeks later. We thought it might be a season-ending injury. He comes back in the second half and leads them to a historic comeback to win 24-23. I just wonder if our quarterback is a gamer or not. Now, Schmitty, don't go off wild here. I hope I have the answer to this question, and I hope I can tell you later in the podcast in the year, there's the moment that I learned. I love Jordan Love. Don't get me wrong. I think he's great. I just don't understand how a $55 million man does not play in that game. There's nobody that can tell him not to play. And I know Griff Christensen would have played in that game. I saw him play with a broken collarbone the entire freshman year on the scout team. Didn't find out that the collarbone had been broken until the end of the year. So I'm a little exercised about whether we have a gamer or not, and I'm exercised about risking losing that game to an 0-2 team that was going to throw everything at us. So, okay, I'll go back. I'm happy. Back to Mr. Hyde. I'm thrilled to death that we're 2-1, ready for Vikings week. But okay, we'll get into that later. That's enough said now. I'm going back and forth. Good garbage. Jekyll and Hyde. I don't know what to do. I got a straight jacket, Schmitty. I got a toaster in one hand, a meat cleaver in the other. I don't know which way I'm going, but I'm happy the Packers won.
Well, I don't want to make this about my collarbone there, but yeah, I did do that once upon a time, and so I have a tendency to sympathize with your viewpoint there for sure. And I grew up watching Brett Favre. That meant a great deal to me, and I just think there's something to be said for the mentality of going out there in the trenches with the guys, battling through adversity, physical pain, especially in an injury like this, where, it seems like if they wrap that up tight, there isn't a great deal of likelihood that that's going to have any long-term damage with an MCL type of an injury here. That said, if we're going to look for the silver lining, is it possible that what we got to see out of Malik Willis, one, made his value go through the roof? We're either going to get a trade back for, a lot more than a 7th-round pick than we gave up to get him. But also, if we had to go win a playoff game with Malik Willis or something I think there's a chance we could do it. And I don't think we would have had that sort of confidence in the guy unless he did this like he did at, this point in this season. Do you see any silver lining that way, Dad and Schmitty?
Go ahead, Schmitty. Give me a break here.
Griffey, I mean, it's awesome. No one predicted that we'd be 2-0 before once Jordan went down. I mean, you didn't think you had 3 weeks with this kid, and he's only proven to be a winner. That's an incredible feat. And I mean, MLF has even said, like, I don't think anyone realizes just how difficult this was for him to overcome learning a new playbook, getting the buy-in from an entire football team, uh, everyone rallying around him. They have the whole entire team wants this guy to succeed. So the value's gone up. If we had to play a playoff game tomorrow, well, we're 2-0 with the kid. So you feel pretty confident now that in the quarterback that you have and what MLF has put together for game plans, that you'd be able to scheme something up against any opponent that you'd play right now. That even comes Sunday, Griffey, when we're talking about the Vikings, if by some freak of nature thing that Jordan can't strap up Sunday, you still have a glimmer of hope. You still think, at least I would think, the three of us here, that we still have a chance to win that football game on Sunday. So, I'm incredibly pleased with this outcome, and as everyone should be right now.
Do you have any sentiment, that you share with my dad in terms of the criticism he's levying towards Jordan Love, or would you say that's too far?
I think it's too far, in the sense that it's so early in his career that I don't want to make that judgment. Like, all right, so the guy had an MCL. I saw his knee pop, Griffey, in Brazil, and I thought I'm driving home thinking I should just veer off the side of the road on 94 and say good night, Irene. Okay, so I saw all that. That was a very scary thing. It was an injury. We can all agree that something bad happened to that knee. Pain tolerance is very individual, in the sense that it could just be, everyone's pain tolerance is much different. While he is the $55 million man, Gar, he's also I think he's still young enough, and he'll take the advice of maybe not only the coaching staff, the medical doctors, but maybe even his family and the longevity of his career. Yes, he just got paid, but maybe years down the road, we're thankful that he sat out these last two games, because it could have been much worse. Who's to say? I know an MCL, yes, you can come back even within a week's time, but who's to say actually the severity? And so I'm just thankful that we're likely going to see him back on Sunday, and I'm real excited about that.
Did you have a thought there, Dad?
I do. I don't know whether to be Jekyll or Hyde. Let's go Hyde. So Matt LaFleur is able to put some incredible football on tape. Single wing type runs, option screen passes with a guard pulling one way and going to the back the other way, and linebackers running the wrong way, and guys running for 35-yard touchdowns. Jaden Reed running reverse at that orbit action motion. The line just blocking beautifully. So this is a key going forward to the guys who have to prepare for us. So Matt LaFleur has, in a genius way, put all this on tape and managed to win the game. I just thought it was a totally unnecessary risk losing this game that could have been pivotal. So we dodged that bullet, and it's pretty hard to criticize. I just know if it was me, Schmitty, or Griff, or you, there's no way in the world that I would not have played in that game. You could not have told me, making $55 million, you're not keeping me off that field. And I saw him get off the plane from Brazil after 10 hours carrying his bags, no crutch. I saw him work out 3 days in a row this week. I saw him in the pregame workouts. Brett Favre played with a cast on his right ankle and threw 5 touchdowns against the Bears on a high ankle sprain that he could barely walk on. I want a guy that I can run through the door for. Right now, that guy's Malik Willis. It's not Jordan Love. And I tell you what, Jordan, and I love Jordan Love, and I love LaFleur, and I love Goody, and I love the whole thing. I maybe am just too old school. I maybe am just an old dinosaur that doesn't get it. Maybe this is the way things are now. But Jordan Love, if you do not play well in this game, okay, let's just take it to the end. Jordan Love should not play in this game. He can't play in this game. The Vikings have a double A gap scheme where they're always threatening the blitz. We can't risk that he'd be injured. He's a China doll back there. There's too much risk. I mean, when should put him on ice till the playoffs, for crying out loud? We can't risk this $55 million man. I can't even figure out who I am, Jekyll or Hyde. Get the straight jacket on me. I don't know which way to go, Schmitty. I feel like Schmitty. I need to pierce something. What are we going to do about this? So anyway, all right, come back to reality now. No, I love Jordan Love. He's going to play this week, but he had better darn well play well because that locker room is 100% behind Malik Willis, and we need to get him back behind Jordan Love. Hopefully next week I'll say this was the silliest rant I ever had. There you go. That's enough for a while.